What's going on, everybody? It's Officer here, and welcome back to the Grand Theft Auto 5 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit something that might be a little bit more strategic and more beneficial. Now, as you guys know, I've been uploading lots of customization videos, and they've been improving like what you could have as policing and performance. But now I decided let's get into some tactics. It's a new year, so why not start off better? And I'm doing this video to help civilians out there, and by that I mean if you ever get a civilian role in a roleplay, this is how to do it the right way instead of the unlegitimate way. And I'm sure many people will find help to this, because I know many people, every roleplay I've been in, at least one time there's been some unrealistic call out, whether it's like constant RPGs or God knows what. And I'm going to try to stop the catastrophe by training you guys on how to be a better civ. So we're going to be using little Timmy here. And with that being said, guys, let's get started with this. If you want to phone out, you basically do my NPC glitch, and it's the first time as long as you just don't die by another player. Crash physics, I'm going to be telling you guys as a civilian, just like that. So basically, if you crash into a car or another wall at a high speed that's very solid, you're going to be disabled. Possibly, if not, you're going to have a concussion. If you do have a concussion, you can do one of two things. You can just hold down the horn as if like you've died. When they get closer to you, just hold your X button down, or what it is for Xbox to duck. And that's what you can do. Or, I don't know what this looks like in third person, you can hold down X and hold down your horn, but I'm pretty sure it just lets other people see you honking your horn. I'll try another example of this. So technically the car right now will be disabled, but since I'm showing this for the sake of the video, I'll show you another example since I hit a car last time. So we're just going to hit a wall. Let's say I just got pitted. Oof, the lamppost enough would have already killed me. If you can't see the individual inside, that's basically the sound of a head hitting the horn. And if I went around, then basically the NPC's head or your online character's head would be hitting the horn. That way that they know that you are unconscious. You can even tell your group that you are unconscious. Because what I always see, and you guys can let me know what this is, because I know you guys have seen this once or twice, and I'm sure everybody's done this at one point, so don't get mad, as if people do this. Like, oh, they get pitted into the wall. Don't worry about that spin out. Oh, no, I think I can lose them. I think I can lose them. Not going to work. So basically, that's tip number one. Try to avoid that. Try to be honest with yourself. Admit you have so many other callouts you can do. Like for TEP, we usually do 3 civilian callouts before we switch. Yeah, just try to be honest with yourself. And remember the hold down X and or horn button. I know you guys have done this before, especially if you guys aren't on the same team. What this is basically you find a good sized vehicle, like a truck or something this size, and you basically are riding on it. Now this NPC, for instance, is driving me around. Now let me tell you something. Oh my gosh. So, like I was saying, this is something you would not see in real life. Even if it's like any terrorist organization name, you'd never see this in real life, because this is just so stupid. Nobody would be doing this, even if you are a terrorist organization. Or in one. It's so unsensical because there's so many other weaponized vehicles you'd have out there. Riding on top of a semi-truck is probably one of the most pertinently stupid things you'll probably ever have in a role play if you wanted to make it the most unlegitimate. So that's why I'm saying, basically, try not to ride on the top of trucks like that. I know it seems stupid to include this as a tip, but to be honest with you guys, it never happens, trust me. For you guys is pursuits. Now, as you can see right now, I'm driving a Dodge Challenger right now, and this is actually a very fast stock vehicle that is just spawned as NPCs in the game. And if you ever have your hands on this vehicle, I want to let you know that the gas on this thing is going to happen. That's right. So tip number 3 for you guys is going to be gas mileage. Basically, if you're going about like 200 miles an hour, I know this thing can't reach that much, but let's say like 120, because this can, if you drive it the right way on a straightaway, you're going to be running out of gas. Now, I mean, if you want to continue it, for some reason, just attract cops to the damn gas station and have a pursuit there and let them, oh, wait, hold on, I'm getting gas. Oh, let's get going now. It's going to run out of gas. So basically what you're going to do, let's say you're driving on this country road right here, this side road, and you're just going at full speed, and your gasometer is basically running out. It's going from medium to low. So basically, whenever you think is right, or whenever you think that the pursuit is starting to become a little bit just lengthy and extraneous, because just so you know, there'd be about 15 units tailing you if you're actually getting pursued for about a mile. And in normal like cases with role players or groups or clans, there's usually about like 3 or 4 cops, and there's like 1 or 2 civs. So keep that in mind. Make it easier on the cops. I know you don't actually like to hear that, but you just have to make it easier. So like at this point, I'd probably let off my gas a little bit. I might keep tapping it because I'm trying to get every single bit of reserve out, because that's what cars have, especially the V8 engines, 6 cylinders, etc. like that. And you may not be able to tell it, but if you can see my little speedometer down there, it's actually slowly going out. Now, of course, the gas gauge doesn't change because in this game, gas isn't programmed. So as you can see, I'm clearly going slower, and now I just let go of it because I used up all my reserve. At this point, I'd have a choice to run out. And another thing about this is, if you try running out into traffic, you're basically screwed. You wouldn't be able to tell what is coming. And this character is an NPC, so this is why he runs like an idiot. If you ever get injured, you have to hold down X. That's another tip in for you. It's like a little bonus tip. So 3 is basically, you're going to run out of gas if you keep it going for too long, which you need to do. You need to like just let off, I believe this is R2, or just keep tapping it. And if you ever get shot in the leg, you basically just hold down X or don't even stop, depending on how bad the extremity is altogether. Four is a very big one, especially if you guys know Universal Game 101 out there who used to patrol. Don't just be insulting cops. Like right here, they're shooting at me for no fucking reason. Probably because I'm driving up in a stolen vehicle. But if you approached a cop, let's say it was like casual, don't keep on saying, "Fuck the police, man. What you gonna do, man? Fuck the police. You did nothing to me. Screw you, bitch.
Fuck the police.
What the fuck the police? Fuck the police, y'all."
Fuck the police, man.
Another thing is just pulling a gun out of your ass. Like, come on, let's be real. No Civ can pull a gun out of their ass, especially higher calibers. If you're a really good shot, you'll be able to one-shot those cops easily. I recommend not shooting police officers, though, because it is a lot harder than it actually would be. And it actually relies on the variable of the police officer's skill. So that is another bonus tip. Don't just pull random guns out of your fucking ass, just like there. And also stop cursing to the police for no reason. Because really, what do you have against the police? Maybe, unless, of course, like in roleplay, your cousin was arrested or something. There's really no actual reason just to be cursing at the police. So that's just another thing to know. Don't pull out guns out of your ass. And let's move on to our final and last tip. So this is tip number 5. So let's say you're getting pursued, right? And you get crashed into like a house or a tree. You're just going to back up instantly, shrug it off like it never happened, assuming that they didn't pit you in. Or let's say you get pit into another one. This actually kind of ties with the first one, right? And maybe you go against something solid like this post that really shouldn't be solid in reality. You just back right up. And in real life, coming from someone you know who drives, you know that won't happen. Even common sense will tell you that this does not happen. Because the reason is you can't just forward your gears, even if it's a 4-wheel drive, an all-wheel drive, whatever it is. You can't just back up instantly to the point where like, oh, I got hit by something, let's just switch gears, let's just back it up from there, do that Cars 2 thing, radiator springs, oh, wait, let's just change gears and go forward again. No, it doesn't work like that, because that actually ruin your shocks and ruin your engine exhaust. So let me tell you, you can't just shift gears like that. If you're going forward and you get cornered into someplace, you can't just back up like I just did right there. Like, I just swerved around, didn't even put my hand on the gear knob, and look at me, I'm just going everywhere. So those are just 5 little things I want to let you guys know, and actually 5 little things are really 5 big things. And hopefully you guys got something out of this video. I know it may seem a little bit tedious, and you may be wondering why I show you some of these facts, but actually these facts, believe it or not, will help you a lot, especially the gas one and the damage collision one. Now, as for the last one, I believe is also going to be very important, probably one of the most important on this list, due to the fact that it's just unrealistic just to change your gear at such an emaciating pace. It's not even possible. Imagine somebody in real life, like somebody's driving your car in real life, they hit a wall, assuming that you're not dead, and he's actually not fractured, puts you into reverse in half a second, and turns it around in a perfect angle. It doesn't even happen. Now, first person, even though it looks very weird, like since I'm an NPC, I have no head, it looks weird because you're just walking all-ish, and if you hold down. But first person is actually probably more realistic, because that way you don't know your boundaries, you don't know where everybody is. And a little bonus thing is, if you ever drive, whenever you get your license, assuming that the base here that you don't have your license already, there's something called a blind spot, whereas this game doesn't do a good job of it because this character has too much peripheral. There's a blind spot right here, which is basically where you wouldn't be able to see in real life. There's like a little blind spot right here whenever you're keeping your eyes on the road and you look back, there's like a little blind spot, and that's right between the passenger door and the rear passenger door. And you wouldn't be able to see what's behind you. Same for a bike here. I don't think you'd be able to turn back this far, judging by the fact that you'd have to lift your hand over the seat, take one hand off the wheel, and your character already has 2 hands. So there's a lot of driving mechanic failures in this game, but there you guys have it. Those are my tips. Next up, we will have cop tips along with any customization you guys want to see. So please let me know what things you want to see next, outfits, anything, vehicles, etc. So thank you guys so much for watching. That being said, guys, I'm Officer and I'm signing out.